So the plot thickens. WWE did the WrestleMania kickoff today, which was actually promoted as being the night that Cody Rhodes would make his decision. It was about an hour and 10-minute show from Vegas, hosted by Michael Cole, CM Punk, Big E, and Pat McAfee. And they had some other people come out, like they had Bianca come out, cut a promo. They had Rhea Ripley come out, and then Becky got in her face. So they're already teasing the Rhea Ripley Becky match for WrestleMania. If Becky can win the Elimination Chamber, she'll get Rhea Ripley. But the story that they were really focused on is what is going on with The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. Are they going to unify the titles? Are they going to do a four-way? Is it going to be Rock, Roman? Will Cody have to wait till SummerSlam or next year? Nope, none of that's happening. I wrote this on Twitter, and I've said this before, and it's happening. But we'll talk more about what's happening in just a moment. I want to tell you what did happen. So, The Rock, first Seth comes out. Seth Rollins comes out, followed by Roman Reigns. They're just trashing each other. Roman was awesome here. Seth was too. Then The Rock comes out, and The Rock starts the promo being a babyface. And then as the night goes on and there's that mixed reaction, the Rock leans right into being a heel, dude. The crowd was booing him, saying Rocky sucks and we want Cody. He leans right into it. And then he shows this big map of this family tree of the bloodline. And he's like, this is our family. This is the only family that matters. This is the only royal family that matters. And then I'm thinking, wait a minute. Cody, wrestling has more than one royal family. So Cody comes out and he makes his decision and he chooses Roman Reigns, which is the right answer. So they promote Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Now, what they're actually doing here, which I talked about this in my Discord and to some people, is they're actually basing this on reality. They are leaning into this. So The Rock wants to fight Roman Reigns. He wants to have the match because his family's the most important. And there's a segment here where The Rock defended the family and said, you insult his grandparents, you insult mine. However, Roman went after Cody's dad first, Dusty Rhodes. Then The Rock slaps Cody. Now that was awesome. So it's almost like they're teasing a Rock Roman Reigns. Like, can you imagine if the bloodline ends up being this crazy two-man power trip of Roman Reigns and The Rock? Like a heel Rock with the bloodline? I could dig that. But The Rock wants to wrestle Roman. So the story is literally based in reality. Rock comes in. He's a board member. He wants to wrestle Roman Reigns, but he didn't win the Royal Rumble. And he thinks that just because he's a board member and because it'll be the biggest match in WrestleMania history, he can just jump in and do it. But Cody won the Royal Rumble. So whatever they had planned, either they had this entire thing mapped out since January, or they course corrected this week after seeing the reaction from the fans that were very upset that Cody Rhodes might not wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So when Cody came out and announced that he was going to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania, the background, they had a picture of Rock and Roman going like facing each other in like the little LED screen. It was replaced by Cody. And then the official WWE Twitter page officially announced the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, WrestleMania main event, and we still don't know what's going to happen with Seth. With Seth Rollins, it could probably be, it was supposed to be Seth versus Punk, but Punk's hurt. But with Seth Rollins, it could be Seth versus Drew, or Seth versus Drew versus Sami Zayn in a three-way. A lot of ways they can go with that. Until that's official, I won't be announcing, I won't be giving a prediction on that, because there's lots of ways they can go with it. But what they're going to do is, it seems obvious to me, Roman Reigns rarely wrestles anymore because he wrestles like 4 times a year, right? 4 or 5 times a year. But for WrestleMania 40, he's going to wrestle twice. Roman Reigns, this was not announced, but I'm telling you now, Roman Reigns versus The Rock will headline night 1. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns will headline night 2. Now that they've built up a story with Cody and Rock, the winner of Rock versus Roman will then face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania Night 2, Sunday in Philadelphia. That's what they're going to do. I'm telling you now, that's what they're going to do. So, I love the fact that The Rock is leaning into the heel part, like calling Cody Rhodes fans crybabies. But Cody said WrestleMania. Now, they had this awesome little thing where Triple H is being interviewed, and The Rock interrupts the promo and starts to talk trash, including profanity, by the way. He cursed. He was like, he's talking shit about my family. So he's walking out with Roman. So the story here that they're telling us now is that The Rock is a glory hog for wanting to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania and that he doesn't want Cody involved. So The Rock really is like a heel slash tweener character. You understand what I'm saying? The Rock selfishly wants to wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to break the box office record. He will get that chance, except it'll be night 1. Night 2 will be Cody versus Roman. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. But how is that fair? Roman Reigns has to wrestle twice. Won't he be beaten up by The Rock? There's an easy way to fix that. Night 1, you could have Cody versus Solo. We never got that match. It's Cody's revenge for what Solo did to him last year, right? That could be the opening match of night 1. Cody versus Solo. And basically Roman Reigns, they booked the match so that, because what will happen, what they could do is Triple H can kind of play with Roman Reigns' ego, on television, not behind the scenes. This is all kayfabe stuff. And tell him like, oh, well, if you beat Cody Rhodes and The Rock at WrestleMania, you're the greatest ever. You surpassed Hulk Hogan. You surpassed Bruno. He might not really mean that. He might just be telling him that to butter him up. And then Roman says, well, if I have to wrestle twice, like if me or Rock or Dwayne have to wrestle twice that weekend, isn't it fair if Cody wrestles twice? Then they basically do Cody and Solo, and you have, so basically Roman hires Solo. Well, you know what I mean by hires. He basically orders him as a hitman to take out Cody Rhodes. So you can have the match where Solo attacks Cody's ribs, setting him up to be fodder for the spear. That way for WrestleMania Night 2, you've got Cody and Roman, both of which are going to be more exhausted from the previous night, but they're going to have a war of attrition, and then Cody will come out on top. That's also besides Jimmy versus Jay and a lot of different things. This was really well done. This was not only was it very well done, it set up 2 big matches for WrestleMania. I don't know if we're ever going to get Cody versus The Rock, even though they could do that some point down the line, either at Mania or a different show like down the road. But Cody's got to get his revenge for Roman slapping him. Or this could all be a setup and Cody and Rock are working together to dethrone Roman Reigns and to humble him. That could also be something. And don't forget that we're also going to get Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania too. So a lot of Bloodline will be all over the show. And Sammy, if he goes against Seth, he was a member of the Bloodline. So they're all over the place, man. Hopefully WWE will bring in Jacob Fatu, and we'll see. But I really enjoyed this. I am excited for WrestleMania again. Cody versus Roman is official, but we're going to get Roman and Rock Night 1. Mark my words. He will wrestle twice. And I also don't understand why some fans say shit like, well, how could he wrestle twice? You realize that back in the 80s, wrestlers would wrestle twice in one day? Daniel Bryan wrestled twice in one day at WrestleMania 30. Bret Hart and Yokozuna worked twice at WrestleMania 10. Why is that so difficult? And don't forget, Yokozuna is a member of the Bloodline. Of course Roman can work 2 nights in a row. Did people forget that he used to be on the house show loop? He used to work 4 nights in a row when they were running house shows? You think Roman's cardio is bad or something? Of course not. Roman can work both nights. And I think Cody will too, to make everything even. And then they could also do Cody and Seth at night 1. Cody takes the title from Seth, night 1, and then unify it on Sunday. The reason why I don't think they'll do that is because that belt that Seth has is kind of new. And it's kind of soon to unify, to be honest. But if Roman's going to go away for a while and Cody will be on television every week, whether it be Raw or SmackDown or both, if he unifies all the titles, then you're not going to need that other title that Seth has. You're going to have one supreme title. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one option, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think that Seth will go on and wrestle Drew, or Drew and Sammy probably. But the reason why I like this is because we didn't get a resolution yet. We still don't know exactly what's going to happen. We did not get a resolution yet, even though I'm telling you what's going to happen. It's going to be both nights. but we will get the resolution very soon. They're going to make us watch the TV. They're going to make us watch Raw and SmackDown to get answers. They still got like 5-6 weeks left. Plenty of time. So we're going to get the dream match and the passing of the torch. I love it. Roman Reigns is an all-time legend for this. And I'm excited.